Welcome to the University of Chicago's 2016 Open Enrollment video. Let's begin with some frequently asked questions. What is open enrollment? A time period when all eligible faculty and staff members at the University of Chicago can reevaluate their benefit needs and review current plan elections. When is open enrollment at the University of Chicago? November 2nd through 17th, 2015. Which plans require my action to complete my enrollment elections each year and will not roll over from the previous year's elections? Healthcare and/or dependent care flexible spending accounts, health savings account, and the 457B deferred compensation plan for those who are eligible. What if I don't wish to make any updates to my enrollment this year? Your action is not required. However, open enrollment is a great opportunity to review your elections and update your beneficiaries in Workday. Most plans allow enrollment through Workday. These include medical plans, dental plans, vision plans, health savings account for Maroon Savings Choice Plan participants, healthcare and/or dependent care flexible spending accounts, supplemental life insurance, personal accident insurance, long-term disability, supplemental retirement plans, and 457B deferred compensation plan for those who are eligible. The University of Chicago offers two plans that require enrollment outside of Workday. The first is the commuter benefit plan offered by Connexus. To enroll in this plan, you may call 877-822-9091 or visit mybenefits.connexus.com. The second is long-term care offered by Genworth. You may call them at 800-416-3624 or visit genworth.com/groupltc. Please reference group ID UChicago and code GROUP-LTC. Let's review the timeline for this year's open enrollment process. On November 2nd, 2015, open enrollment will begin and you will be able to make changes and updates in Workday. On November 17th, 2015, open enrollment will end. And finally, on January 1st, 2016, new elections will take effect. You may access Workday by visiting www.workday.uchicago.edu. On this page, on the left-hand side, you will see the option to log into Workday. You will click this link and enter your CNET ID and password. Note that Workday is a cloud-based system, meaning it does not need to be accessed from on campus, but rather is available to you anywhere where you have an internet browser and a connection. Once you've successfully logged in to Workday, select the cloud icon in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Note that the orange number connected to the cloud will indicate how many tasks you have awaiting your action. Within the menu, select Inbox. Within the Actions tab of your inbox, you will see the Open Enrollment task. To view this task in full screen mode, select the expand icon in the upper right-hand corner. The Open Enrollment process has 8 steps. At the top of the page on each step, you will see help text. Please read this help text and then scroll down to view the options for enrollment. Here we see the medical, dental, and vision plans available to me, as well as my current enrollments. In this example, I am going to change my medical plan enrollment. I will then use the prompt icon to indicate who this coverage is for. There are multiple coverage options, but in this example, I will be selecting Employee Only. After completing this step, I may select one of the buttons at the bottom of the page. Save for later will allow me to come back to this stage of the open enrollment process and complete my changes at a later time. Cancel will simply cancel me out of the process for now. However, I am ready to continue with open enrollment and therefore will select the Continue button. The second step of the open enrollment process allows you to enroll in a health savings account. However, this option is only available to those who enrolled in the Maroon Savings Choice Medical Plan on the previous page. As I did not select that plan, you will see that the area where I would normally elect this coverage is grayed out. To move on to the next step, I will click Continue. The third step of open enrollment allows for enrollment in flexible spending accounts. These include healthcare FSAs and dependent care FSAs. Here you will have the option to elect each of the plans using the radio button under the Elect Wave column. I do not wish to elect an FSA at this time, so I will click Continue. The fourth step allows for enrollment in group life, personal accident, and long-term disability insurance. Here we see the different options. Note that there are different selections depending on if you're electing coverage for an employee, spouse, or children. To elect any of these plans, select the Elect Radio button. It will then prompt you to enter information on amount of coverage. In this example, I do not wish to make changes on this page and therefore will select Continue. The fifth step allows for enrollment in the Supplemental Retirement Plan and the 457B Deferred Compensation Plan if eligible. You will be asked to indicate a contribution by percentage or dollar amount. I will enter a dollar amount. Biweekly employees, the amount you designate for a supplemental retirement plan will be deducted every pay period. Ignore the monthly indicator. Next, you must allocate your contribution across one or more of the supplemental retirement plan vendors, TIAA, CREF, and Vanguard. In this example, I will allocate 100% of my monthly contribution of $300 to the TIAA CREF Supplemental Retirement Plan. I am now satisfied with my changes and will click Continue. The sixth step allows you to designate and update beneficiaries for your life insurance elections made in a previous step. Currently, I do not have any beneficiaries designated, so I will click the Add button to add one. Under the Beneficiary column, select the prompt icon. In this menu, you will have the option to select an existing beneficiary or trust or create a new one. In this example, I will click Create. I will then click Add Beneficiary. First, you will be asked to enter the relationship between yourself and your beneficiary. Select an option from the list using the radio buttons. In this example, my new beneficiary is a parent. You may enter your beneficiary's date of birth using the calendar or by typing it in the date of birth field. Next, use the drop-down menu to indicate the gender of your beneficiary. Next, I am required to enter the first name of my beneficiary. Fields with a red asterisk indicate that they are required. I will now enter last name. Next, click the Contact Information tab. Next, I will enter my beneficiary's address by selecting the Add button under Address. I will now enter the required address information as indicated by the red asterisk. Usage type will allow you to indicate if this is a home or work address. You may enter additional types of contact information using the Add buttons if desired. Once your contact information is complete, click OK. You will now be returned to the page where you designate your beneficiaries. Use the radio button to indicate a primary or contingent percentage. I will designate a primary percentage of 100% to this beneficiary. Note that if you are designating 2 or more beneficiaries, the total must equal 100% across all beneficiaries. I am now satisfied with my beneficiary designations and will click Continue. The 7th step allows you to review benefits provided to you by the university at no cost. These include the Staff and Faculty Assistance Plan and the Business Travel Accident Plan. No action must be taken at this step. Click Continue. The final step allows you to review and submit the elections you've made during open enrollment. Your elected coverage will display, and you may click the button next to Waive Coverages or Beneficiary Designations to view this information. If any dependents have been added during open enrollment, use the Add icon under Attachments to attach supporting documentation for those dependents. Review the electronic signature text and check the box next to I agree when ready. Finally, click Submit. After submitting, an overview of your elections will be provided and is printable using the Print button at the bottom of the page. On this page, you will see a blank signature line. However, since you have already submitted an electronic signature, you will not need to sign or submit this page. If you wish to make changes to your open enrollment elections after you've hit Submit, but before the end of open enrollment on November 17th, you may click the Benefits worklet on the home page and click the Change Open Enrollment button. The Benefits team is here to support you throughout open enrollment. For a downloadable version of the Open Enrollment Guide, please visit humanresources.uchicago.edu/benefits. If you have any questions or need assistance in making your elections, please contact a benefits specialist by phone at 773-702-9634 or via email at benefits@uchicago.edu. Finally, the benefits team will be offering extended service hours during open enrollment. Weekdays, November 2nd through 17th, 8:30 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday, November 14th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. You are encouraged to attend an open enrollment information session to learn more about your 2016 benefit options and for assistance with the open enrollment process. Open enrollment information sessions will take place November 3rd, 9th, and 16th, all at 6054 South Drexel Avenue from 12 to 1 p.m. Additionally, the Benefits Fair will take place on November 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Ida Noyes Hall, which is 1212 East 59th Street. For the Open Enrollment Quick Reference Guide, Adding Dependents Quick Reference Guide, and other Workday-related resources, please visit workday.uchicago.edu.